And then you can try both. I personally like this one on the left.
I think this one's fine.
Okay. Great. So what do we work on Beethoven or?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Let me get my score. Whenever you're ready.
Is it okay if I use the sheet music?
That's fine.
2 months. And
Okay.
I just started working on it like 2 weeks ago again.
So it's like it's not a new piece, right?
Mhm.
It's something you've worked on for a while. Yeah, I think it sounds great. I think you certainly understand the mood. You have a great sound. I think on those, especially on those. What was really striking to me was a lot of those chords. Like I like the sound that you got. It sounded rounded and it sounded like there was direction. You know, like bum 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 bum. Those things. You know, and the melodic line for the most part spoke, which was nice. Well, I mean, there's a few things we could talk about. I think one of the big things that we could focus on, or just you know, ideas to take away with is like the general pulse and also the certain rhythmic things that I feel like could be a little more accurate based on the tempos that you did. Right, so like one of the striking moments was when you have those trills going up and then you have the scale going down in pianissimo and then you go into bum ba 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 bum, things like that. Is like the way that you play the previous like second theme. Da da dee dee da dee da 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 da. It doesn't match with the scale going down. You go a little slower, which I don't know. Like I think if you're gonna do that, then you should probably rethink the tempos that you're playing in the first place. I'm just saying, like there needs to be a relationship. I think, and we'll go over that. And then there's certain places you're kind of rushing to, and then certain things like certain rhythmic things. But you know, but honestly, like I like in general, like I like the sound that you're doing. I'm hearing the phrasings. I mean, I'm hearing. You know, it's great. I mean, it's great to hear your improvement over the years. You know, because it's nice. It's always nice to hear that. Let's just start from the top. Let's just start from the top and go through it. Let's see what I would do. Since the piece starts off pianissimo, are you thinking right hand dominant as far as bringing out the right hand, or are you just trying to play as soft as possible in the opening? Like, what are you trying to accomplish there? And the
I wasn't thinking about the voicing really.
Right. Which I don't think you should. I think it's more of a coloristic thing, and I think in order for you to create a much more pianissimo sound, I would probably like think about the bass. You know, I would probably voice the bass more to make sure that it's even quieter. Can you just try the beginning? Yeah, and then I think once you get to the top, then you can switch to the right hand being, you know, you could speak the right hand more, right? But I think this opening, I think to effectively get that pianissimo, I don't think I would do that. I think I would go. And then switch. I would switch maybe somewhere towards the top of that line. You know, then I would switch. So that's something to keep. Try once again. Once again, we can move on. Nice. Can you do a little? And then decrescendo. just make sure you're not doing too many trills. I think that was another thing too, is that you were doing, the rhythm was, you were, do it once and I'll clap. Right there, right there. You see, it's a little faster, right? So, not saying that you should play metronomically, but just keep that in mind, because sometimes you do trills that are a little too long and it affects the rhythm. Alright, so now add this little like little hairpin. Yeah. Yeah, I would probably do this like more on this diminished chord and then less on that, the resolution. One more time. Yeah, dum 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 dum. No, oh sorry. The one just before this. This. That one. Yeah, this is hard. Yeah, if that could be softer. I know it's hard. I mean, it's supposed to be. Yeah, try again, and then go on. That's fine. Yeah. Okay, so I like a lot of what you're doing. I mean, I wish I could play this. You know, I think you know what you need to do there. I think. There, I probably would emphasize the top voice. And I like what you do there, because you're in tempo. Just make sure that you're, you pick, obviously a tempo that you can play. Can you start from here? And then can you, you're pedaling all this, right? Change there.
Yeah.
And then when you get to this, when you get to there, crescendo. This piece is all about extremes, so I would say, you know, something like that is totally appropriate. So crescendo to the B flat. Can you? And so, you know what, another thing too is this. I know you want to play this like fast, but play it at a speed that you can play everything. You know, like it doesn't, like if you're struggling to play it at a certain tempo, it's fine to go bum bum bum. You know, as long as we hear all the notes, you know, or you're able to play all the notes like easily, it'll sound fast. I would pedal this. Do more on the. You're doing this, right?
First to the left and the rest to the right.
I would do this. I would go 5, 4, 2, 1, 3, 2. Actually, this score does. Actually, it says literally that. And then, like left hand, right hand there. So here, like. So you then you get a nice little like pop.
When is the right hand?
And the right hand just goes that. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's literally. Oh, sorry. 5, 4. Oh, sorry. What is? 5, 4, 2, 1, 3, 2. you're trying to do, you're trying to be logical there, but then you're not gonna get that 100% of the time. Like you can, this as well. It might seem hard because you're doing more notes in the left hand, but it fits better, right? So I'm like 5, 4, 2, 1, 3, 2. 5, 4, 2 on the E. Is there a D flat? There's no D flat. Yeah, because then you could pop this. I would consider that finger. I just think like you're doing this and then this with the right hand. You could do this too. There's also this option. But I don't know if I would do that. I think I would personally do this. This feels nice. Like it feels like this fits better in the hand than this. This right hand one feels awkward, but the left hand one feels natural. That feels really, really nice. So consider that. And yeah, pedal this from there. Yeah, I know you gotta fix the right.
Is that it?
5, 4, 2, 1. Yeah, the thing, and then you have to sync the hands. Yeah, you want to land that. Yeah, I would. Yeah, you'll practice that. I mean, you know, just. I just think it feels a little bit better, and it's. I mean, it's the fingering that's in this edition. I know this is not the best edition. I think this is the. Forgot the name of the Dover. I think it is, but it's still not bad. And then this was good. Okay, and then here. We start from there. So I think it's. I mean, I don't mean to be really technical, but it's. Not. So it's hard. So the fortissimo is there, right? Yes. Yeah, and it's nice to try. You know, obviously. You know, to really. Well, you can also do. I think it's fine to take the fortissimo with a grain of salt and sort of do more of a crescendo. You're doing it, but I think you could start this a little less. So initial attack here, and then you lead all the way to the bass, right? So I would probably start this a little bit less. Wanna try that? Make sure it's rhythmic. Ba 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 ba. Yeah, you're gonna need more left hand too. And also you should be pedaling the whole thing. So it rings out. Good. Let's go on. Same thing too. Like I would consider this, but then I don't know. Then I can argue like, okay, well, you're doing that every single time. I do like the direction though, because otherwise, what would you do? I guess you can play some that are crescendo and then some that you could play just loud, or I don't know. But I think the way you're doing it is fine, as long as it's rhythmic, like maybe for the first one I would probably establish the F minor, like at the end. it's not a triplet, right?
Yeah.
It's 16th notes. So which you do more in when it comes to the second theme. Like you go ba da da dee. It should be bum ba bum bum ba bum bum ba bum. Can you go from this? Okay, good. Yeah, I think this is all fine. More on those too. I think you need to bring those out. I feel like there might be a way to make this softer. And maybe it's just voicing the top a little bit more on the right hand. But this has to be sort of. It's hard. It's hard to get that sound right. Can you start again from there? Yeah, you see, like you're playing these like real soft, and then you're coming out here. But this needs to be. Yeah, it has to come out. The top voice of the right hand. So again, from there. When you practice, make sure you practice slowly so you can really listen for the voicing, because you're right. This is not coming out as clean. I think that was the issue. I don't think it's your left hand. I think it's just bringing out the top voice of the right hand. And make sure that's phrased. You know, da-dee, da-da. You know, again, one. Yeah, that could be bringing. Da-dee. So you have this. So just pay. I mean, this is just being nitpicky, but so this is right. It looks like you have like a dotted half, right? So make sure you're holding those for the duration, or most of the duration. Obviously, there's rest in the later ones. So this is just a minor detail. Just go from there. Make sure you hold that. So then this is interesting because I guess this could be slightly more laid back because it is a second theme. So then. You know, it could be a little more laid back. right? Because I think it's totally appropriate to have this be a little more relaxing. And then once you get to this, in tempo, that stuff. I'll never forget this. I saw Andras Schiff play this when he was doing his Beethoven cycle. This was when I was a student here, and I loved the way he played this. I thought it was, if you could do this, do it. But if not, the way you play the theme, the way you voice the theme is perfectly fine. Obviously, what do? You voice the top, right? But he did this. He was like, and then he switched. It was almost like he was taking like an equalizer or something, or like he had the bass down up here, and then he switched this. That's a very cool effect. If you could do that, props to you. I would say try that. But honestly, it's more like it's almost like you're barely voicing the top, and then you switch. It's like the sun comes out, and then you're normal, like top voice, right? So I don't know. I thought that was a really cool effect. If I was to play this piece, I probably would practice it like that. But the way you play it is totally fine. Just be careful with the because sometimes you were doing that, right? So yeah, try it. Something like that. It's hard, but yeah, that's the rhythm. So how can you? Is this hard to go from this? I don't think you have to go right away. Like you can have like a slight, like the slightest of slight breaths there. Like you could go. So that you could get in position, because I think you're forcing the left hand there to get like going from this. Oh, sorry, what is it? Because you're not it's a little, your arm gets a little tense like when you switch from this to this, right? So can you start from? Like anytime Beethoven does those pseudo pianos, like from the crescendo, usually what I try to do is literally what I just did, a slight breath. And I think most performers, when you listen to recordings, they do that. So try that. Be careful too. It's like you want a gradual crescendo to it. And remember, so the overall dynamic is actually pianissimo. So the crescendo is actually in pianissimo, so it shouldn't be too much, right? Yeah, that's fine. You could, don't kill yourself. See, see how slight it is? It's a slight breath. You can even take off the pedal to make that effect more effective. You know, you crescendo and piano, right? So. It gives a chance to like phrase it a little bit more, you know? Try again. Yeah, you'll work on that. Go, keep going. Da. I think I would try to connect this as much as stay close to the keys, but obviously, yes, this is different than this, right? Yeah, I probably wouldn't go. Stay close to the keys. Yeah. More top. Voice those chords. Always like, you have something like this, like always think about the top. Okay, go on. So you never thought about using 2 hands?
I didn't like it that much.
You didn't like it. That's interesting because I feel like it could be a little easier physically. It feels more easy, and it's not supposed to be super hard. I think I don't know. I think that there's just too much jerking, like. Yeah, I think you could do that fingering. I'm not gonna make you change that. Obviously, you know you want to do it that way. I just think if I was to play this, I would. But then you have to know what the tempo was that you played previously. So, now can you play it? Can you play this that fast? Can you play it that fast? No, you go. How's that? Is that too much?
It's usually been easier, but for some reason today it's harder. It doesn't make sense, but
Okay.
I've been able to play it faster.
Well, it should be at the tempo that you picked at the beginning, right? Not slower. All right, so let's do these trills again, and I think each one gets softer and softer for a more coloristic effect, right? So. Something like that. Let's try. Well, you're here. A little less. Less. This is always interesting, yeah? I think you can get it softer. I don't know. You could maybe, you know, a little more delicate, even more delicate to get that effect. Sorry. Then we know that's coming up, right? So it has to sound very, very striking. All right, so let's go from there. Yeah, I'm hearing this. Yeah, that needs to obviously come out. consider like kind of similar like what we talked about with the previous part with taking like a slight breath. That might help a little bit. See, and then I give that, and then this needs to be soft, and this needs to come out, right? And then phrased, right? Start this again. Yeah, you gotta listen to the tune. I know it's busy, and it's all in the same register. I like that effect. It's striking, you know. It's like it's you know, it's shocking there. Describe this. It's like what's one of the notes there? Da, 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 da. Just take a little breath there. Yeah, I think when you're practicing this slowly. When you're practicing this slowly, don't just practice slowly for the sake of getting the right technique and the physicality of it, but listen to this. Listen to the top voice, and also voice the inner voices. You're gonna have to voice these lower. This, I mean, we're going to hear that with the overtones. Okay. Yeah. So when you practice this, just maybe more extreme when you practice like. So that you can hear where the melody is, and I know that Beethoven doesn't technically write that. Like he doesn't write like, tenuto markings, but obviously, I mean that's the tune, right? So you want to somewhat hear that. Yeah. So we can move on from there, but yeah, I would personally do that little effect there. Dun 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 ba, and it's a slight breath. It's a slight breath. That way you get a really effective fortissimo. Try this again and let's continue. There both times, right? That was great, and I like the direction. Lead with the thumb and stay, and think when you do this, think horizontally. Right? Think horizontally, and can you start from this one? Yes. One more time. I would do a little color change since you're changing keys. So. You see, I took a slightly more time to sort of show that change in tempo, and then here. It's very subtle, but I think it's special because you're changing keys. So start from there. So just wait a second there. And then your tempo. And remember, anytime you're in here, always top. Not too much. Forte, but we're not hearing this as well. That's important. This is color. This is all color and orchestral effect, and take the forte with a grain of salt, especially the right hand. All right, try right there. So it's interesting. You chose this fingering. It's hard.
This?
You're doing 2 and 5. You're doing 2 5? Why?
It just felt natural. I didn't.
What about 3 1? So much easier, 3 1.
It's harder for me.
Interesting. I mean, I do like that fingering, the 2 5 for certain things. It still feels weak to me. But if this is good for you, I mean, then more power to you. I just think. For me, this is easier. It just feels more natural. Yeah, 5-3 seems, or 2 5. I mean, not for me. But if it's for you, then fine. All right, let's continue. Yeah, or here, I think. Can you bring those out? Yeah. All right. One more time. Yeah. Again, when you start this is fine. But then your right hand has to sort of go away when you have the left hand. Right? Yes, initially here. Then here, quieter right hand. So you have to, be a DJ and, okay, this goes up here and then less here. Right? So, right here. Left hand. Keep on. Right hand. The accent is on those. I wouldn't do this shouldn't be the same level as this. So so the accents are on the G flats and not so much on the da-da-da, right? So just right here. So not on these. Not on these. it's on. Yeah. And the other, so these fingers, or whatever you're playing here, need to be less than the pinky. Or I guess the pinky is part of that. Not. I wouldn't do that. I would probably. Voice the lower voices a little less, right? One more time. Conversation, and then left hand, obviously that's a little conversation there. Okay, yeah, I think we should stop there for now. Yeah, I know it's I need to grab something to eat just before my next lesson, so. Yeah, I think we're about done.
Yeah.
I think we're about done. We did. Almost up to almost to the development section. So I mean, we're almost to the recap, which is just really quickly. Just for the coda, you don't have to go that slow. I think you were going way too slow. Save it for there. Obviously, the tempo that you play is what you. But I think this was just way too slow. It's kind of out of character because you have all this momentum coming from the arpeggios that you gradually. Adagio. It's all relative. It's not an adagio from a slow movement. It's an adagio in a fast movement, so you have to think about, the relationship there. Yeah, good stuff.
That was great.
Thank you.